Don't fast forward, don't speed past it, don't skip it, don't go to another video. We have something to talk about today. Get ready. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. My neighbors must hate me. Oh. It's unnatural. No. I belong to Jesus. Okay? Because we're going to talk about breaking those bonds. Okay? Breaking that bondage. Okay? Give us free. Hey y'all, my name is Shannon Ray. I just want to be the first to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever I find you, I hope you're doing well. Today we are going to jump into a topic that is close to my heart. And it's close to my heart because I learned it the hard way. I came across these lessons through the scrapes and bruises that life has to offer us. And you know what? I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned, so hopefully you can save yourself some time, some heartache, or a couple of unnecessarily long text messages and move on with your life. I want to welcome you back to my channel this week. If this is your first time, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoy what you see and what you hear. We are a group of individuals who care about life's journey, who want to push forward, who want to share a couple laughs, maybe a little bit of tea. And if you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, do a dance, take a lap, do your taxes, be a good adult, and make sure you meet us here on Mondays. So today's video is about the art of saying goodbye. It's going deeper into the whens, the whys, and the hows to let go of those relationships that no longer serve you. If you were with me on the last video, which I will link below, I talked about how important it was to have healthy communication in order to have healthy relationships. I do think that there does come a point where there's nothing left to talk about, there's nothing left to figure out. It's time for you to chuck those deuces. Say goodbye. Adios. Salute. Ahalo. Take care now. Bye. I feel like I've talked in depth now about how my vision cleared up last year and how I'm still seeing things for what they really are, seeing people for who they really are, and reprioritizing my life. And I honestly think that this is not something that is unique to me. I feel like I see that across so many different people, so many expressions that I'm hearing from other folks. I see it on other vlog channels that I follow. And I really think that this is just a season for awakening. Part of that awakening is really understanding when you should kind of fight and work it out, or when you should walk it out. This is proof that I'm a rapper. The bar is just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard it. There have been so many times where I've needed to leave earlier or walk away sooner, but because of those attachments that you have to people, because of the image or idea that you had about your life, all of those different things tend to play a part in holding on to relationships that honestly have kind of met their expiration date. And so when you realize that it's time for it to, go away, to no longer be a part of your world, not only do you have to figure out what your world looks like without that relationship, but you have to figure out how to get out of that situation. And so I want to talk about some of the things that I learned along the way, whether it be with like a romantic partner or any other type of relationship. You guys know that I love to talk about the experiences that I have with other people that have really helped me along the journey. So I hope you find this video helpful, and I really would love to hear your thoughts. In life, we used to hear people talk about growing pains, and usually they were talking about it like specifically about growing up, getting taller, growing through your adolescence, those feelings that you were having in your muscles and your joints as they were stretching to accommodate your new self. I think that growing pains never really stop for anyone. As we go through seasons and as we learn more about ourselves, as we get clearer about our purpose and the vision that God has for us for our lives, we also feel ourselves stretching. We feel the impact of having to let old ideas, old habits, old things go. And that can honestly be really hurtful. It can be really painful. But if we don't do it, we are going to be stuck in the version of ourselves that we were before. And honestly, we no longer have space for that. I am one of the people in this world who actually believes that people do change. We grow. There might be things in our hearts that remain the same, that remain our North Star, so to speak. We tend to have the same values, but maybe how we approach those values are a little bit different as we grow older. We tend to enjoy certain things. I will always love the arts. I will always love my family. I will always value relationships and my relationship with God above everything else. But maturity has changed how I approach those things. Maturity has changed how much I value those things and what order I put them in. And so when you're looking at your relationships, I think that one of the first things you could think about is where you are now and what you need. What you're looking for in a mate at 20, 25, 30, those all look different. You will look different in each of those stages too. Hopefully. I'm not judging. What you require from a friendship will look different. Rather than going and looking for someone to hit the club and go to brunch, I'm interested in people who can pray for me and intercede on my behalf when I'm going through things. I'm looking for encouragement. I'm looking for motivation. I'm looking for people to help me reach my goals and to support me as I do. When it comes to the way our life looks and the way our life feels, we have to remember that we have the power of choice. Regardless of if we're choosing our partner, our career, whether we're breaking cycles or starting legacies, we have the choice to decide who we are and who we are around, what we give ourselves exposure to. If you are in a situation that is draining or taking from you, you have given up your power. And what we have to realize is that that was a choice too. It can be so hard to really take a look at yourself and your relationships and recognize that the part that you played in their destructiveness or their length going on for far too long, you absolutely played a role. And so you have to take a minute to assess that situation and decide. We can choose to accept the relationship as it is and let it continue on. We can try to work through with healthy communication, but when that still doesn't work, we don't have to rail against it. We don't have to turn it into an enemy situation. We can choose to walk away with love. And I call that the honorable discharge. This is you actively choosing to appreciate the memories that you shared with someone and not expect them to go on. This is you choosing to still love the person, but not have them be involved in your life in the same way. This is you choosing to love yourself enough to take the risk to build the life that you truly want and have the relationships you truly deserve. Oh, she's preaching, but I'm serious. The first step is really assessing the situation. If you're a spiritual person, take it to God. Pray about it first before you make any lasting decisions. If you still feel unclear, if you're not sure that you can be objective about the situation, take wise counsel into consideration. Talk to your friends. Ask their opinions, those that you know won't be petty. So like not me. I'm growing. But really seek out someone who you know will have your best interest at heart, and especially if it's someone who might have a relationship with this person too, who will be able to be objective about the situation. Then check in with yourself. If you know that you have done all that you can, if you've talked, you've communicated, you've reached out, or maybe you're tired of talking, you're tired of communicating, you're tired of reaching out, think about how you feel. And if you're ready to go, make the choice. Be brave enough to ask yourself why. Why are we friends? Why is this my man? Why is this my woman? Why are we married? Why are we having this situation happen between us? Be wise enough to ask yourself and then tell yourself the truth. Is it because of time served? Is it because y'all been kicking it since high school? Is it because you're afraid to be on your own? Really, really get to the truth of why you're there. Is there still value there? And if the answer is no, let that thing go. The older I get, the more I understand the way that people really can impact who you are as a person. They can impact your energy. They can impact the choices that you make. They can inspire you to be the best version of yourself or make you want to shrink so that you can have enough space for all of their mess. Your peace is non-negotiable. There's no room to give up your comfort, your peace of mind, your energy for something that absolutely gives you nothing in return. Don't be afraid to choose yourself. Once you've had the chance to really assess that situation, to really look at who that person is truly right now, where you want to go, what that situation was, how it made you feel, you have to make a choice to choose yourself. You can't always think about how it's going to impact someone else or how it's going to make somebody else feel. At the end of the day, we are all doing our very best, and that's all that anybody else can expect from you. Did they care when they was out there hurting your feelings? Okay. Lying behind your back, talking about you, sharing your secrets, out there in the world, putting dirt on your name, you know what I'm saying? Look, we are not responsible for somebody's experience. It is up to them. If they made the choice to do something to hurt you repeatedly, the talks aren't working, the communication isn't happening, the behavior is not changing, you've done your part. And it's time to go ahead and let them do theirs, which is, wait, if I'm looking at you, is that to the left? Is this your left? My left? Your left? Either way, I don't really know my sides. Just let them go. Beyonce's everything you own and to the left. That's probably your right. To the left. There we go. Yeah. Once you have had the opportunity to make the best choice you could ever make, which is choosing yourself, then you have to think about how you proceed forward. The first step in that is determining your boundaries. Set those boundaries and stick to them. Learn how to become unavailable to all of their emotional dump. You are not a trash can. You can't continue to receive all of their baggage. Stop talking. Stop checking in. Stop offering up updates that they don't want to receive. It sounds rude, it sounds kind of harsh, but honestly, you would be amazed. You would be surprised at how quickly they find a replacement for you. It's not you, it's what you offer. Set those boundaries, protect your peace, and move on. Move up. Well, we're moving on up. Y'all sick of me yet? Woo! The Lord knew what he was doing when he made it so I couldn't sing. Wait, I mean, I'm not Beyonce, Mariah, or Whitney, but I feel like I can carry a note in like a cup, a bucket. The point I'm trying to make is sometimes when you're letting relationships go, that doesn't mean that you'll never see that person again. Y'all might work at the same place. You might have mutual friends, or maybe you guys are cousins and you can't really completely sever those ties, but you can set boundaries. You can protect the parameters that you put in place, enforce them, trust them, and keep on pushing. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about how you decide to move forward in your life. And I don't want you to look back either, because you're no longer there. If they wanted the relationship, you gave them enough chances. If they wanted to stay in your life in the same way, you gave them the opportunity. You gave them the key to it. They dropped the ball. That's not your fault. Set your boundaries and keep on moving. If you listen to absolutely nothing else that I say on this day, please listen to this next piece of advice, something that I had to learn the hard way, but something that I am so grateful for when I found it. There is no announcement necessary. What it is what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. Okay? Ask yourself, exactly what is the announcement for? Is that a opportunity that you are providing for them to apologize? Is it an opportunity that you are providing to them to prove how much this relationship means to you? Because guess what? They already told you that it didn't. There is no reason for you to tell them why things are the way they are. They know, they were there. This announcement is not news. They've already unsubscribed to you. They don't really care about what is happening in this relationship as long as it's serving them the way that they need to. And so when you're going to tell them that you're no longer going to be in their life the way that you were in their life, they will figure it out. They're good, I promise. And I know what you're thinking, right? Maybe the announcement will bring closure. You've got to find closure for yourself, boo. Sometimes I think we call it closure, but we're really looking for validation, and we'll talk about that on another day. Spare yourself the drama and leave in love. Honor who they were to you, whether it's the truth of them or not. And this last one is one I've wrestled with a lot. You can miss them. You're allowed to miss them, but it doesn't mean that they have to come back into your life. It's true what they say that everyone can't go with us all the way. There are people who I'm sure had to lose me. There are other people that I had to let go. That is just life. That's how it goes. That's the story. But how you decide to leave is absolutely up to you. And how you decide to think about that relationship going forward is up to you. You can still love them, and you can love them truly. It doesn't have to be fake love. Again, they don't have to be your enemy. You just can love them from a safe space. Whether that means that you guys talk when you run into each other in person, or if it means you avoid them and go the other way. You can pray for them. You can send them off with love, but it doesn't mean that you have to invite them back into your world just because you miss them. Missing them is just proof that your feelings were real. What I know for sure is that growth is not for the faint of heart. If you do decide to go down that path, you can choose to do it in grace. You can choose to do it in love. So if there is someone that you are letting go, I hope this video helps you. There are just opportunities out there to continue to connect with those who are meant for that next season. And that's what I'm about right now. I'm about really just embracing those who are here right now and loving them and being okay with those who aren't. I hope you have just the best week ahead. I will be seeing you on Monday. And I hope you are good to you, you make wise choices, and that above all, you choose yourself. Bye, y'all.